Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie and today we're going to be ranking every single NPC in Stardew Valley. Don't mind my messy room and my aggressive Squishmallow collection over there. But I thought this would be really fun. I haven't ever done a video with a camera too. My camera's absolutely flaming garbage, but it works. And then I have cups and slime, so yeah. But without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Okay, so our rankings are going to go, holy cow, I love you, all the way at the top. This is the most superior person in the entire planet. It's the person that I love the most. It's the NPC that I always need to befriend in every single thing I play. A little bit lower is please let's hang out. This is like, I like you. I want to hang out with you. I want to be your friend. But I don't need to be your friend, you know, but it's still very, very much superior person. There is a double whammy in the middle here with your mid and your mid part 2. This is basically your mid, you're the middle, but you're the middle but higher. And then there's your mid part 2, which is your mid but the lower half. Then there's why. This is just why. I don't know. Why are you a character? I don't need you, but you're there. And I don't need to talk to you, but I appreciate your well-being. I'd be better off without you, TBH. That one is just like pretty self-explanatory. And then die is die. So here we're going to start off with George. Now, George is a loving man. We know this. He's mean at first, but he's just a little old man, okay? I think George is at the please let's hang out level. It's self-explanatory, honestly. He is just a sweet little old man who is just old. What the freak frack is this guy's name? I forgot what his name is. Is it like Marlin or something? Or is that this guy? I think this guy's named Marlin. So I think his name's Marlin. I'm just gonna put him in your... no, he's in like the I'd be better off without you, TBH. It's not that he's a bad character. He's just very much irrelevant. You know, same thing with freaking Gunther. I'd be better off without you. Same thing with Sandy. These characters are just irrelevant to me. They don't add much to the game, and they're just like... they're just there. You know, they're just there. Elliot. Now, Elliot is the first of the marriageable candidates that is on this list. I freaking hate Elliot. I think he is boring. I think I will say this. I solidly dislike any NPC whose character is side. Like, when they're, like, looking at you like this. Like, that is weird. Like, Sandy, Gunther. But Elliot's honestly worse. He is in the die category for me. And I know that's hard for me to say, but that's where I'm putting him. Next up, we have Dwarf. Now, the Dwarf is adorable. He is so cute. He's just a little cute little guy, and you know, he's mid. He doesn't do much for me, you know what I mean? He just chills there, but he's cute. So, you're mid. Caroline. Now, I love Caroline's storyline. But she be getting with the wizard and cheating on Pierre. That's just, it gives me a lot, and it gives me your mid, but on the higher rank. And I like her tea scene, her like little greenhouse thing that she has in her back of her house. That thing is so cool. So, you're mid. Next up, we have Demetrius. I think Demetrius is a garbage character as well. I think that he isn't very nice to his lovely wife, Robin. But he does a lot of cute things with Maru, and I think that is cute. I like that their bond makes me really happy. But then none of their family likes freaking Sebastian, which breaks my little heart for Sebastian. So, I don't know. I think he's mid on the lower half, or maybe even in the Y category. I think he's definitely in between that scale. Next up, we have the Bouncer. Now, the Bouncer does absolutely nothing for me besides telling me to screw off and throw bombs at me, so he can just die in a hole. The Governor. Now, the Governor he makes me happy. As a lot of people know, Mayor Lewis is just he's like the alpha of Pelican Town. And he makes you feel like he is superior, but then when the governor comes in, you realize that he isn't superior. He is one step down from superior, which I absolutely love. But, you know, he's cool. I feel like he's just in the Y. He's really irrelevant. A lot of these characters cannot go higher than Y when you're barely in the game, you know? Grandpa has to be in the Let's Hang Out. I wish Grandpa was still alive. He's he's lower than George, but he's up there. None of this even would have happened if Grandpa wasn't alive. So we love Grandpa. Haley. Everyone has a very strong dislike for Haley, and I understand it. Haley sucks. I'd be better off without you. Harvey. I think he's such a little sweetheart. You know, he doesn't do anything bad. He doesn't do anything wrong. He's this sweet little man. He's not my top pick for marriage candidates, but I feel like he's like a high mid character. Could be the definition of mid, honestly. Kent. I love Kent. Honestly, debatable. It's debatable. I could say that he is the lowest of the Holy Cow I Love You. I think his storyline's really cool. I think it's, obviously, I cannot say it's cool that he has, like, war trauma, but it adds some flavor to his character, and I appreciate that. So, Krobus, he's so cute. I love going into the sewer just to see Krobus. It makes me very, very happy. But in unpopular opinion, I am going to put him as a high please let's hang out tier because he is not superior on my list. I know that breaks some people's hearts, but it's where I stand. And then next up, we have Leah. I love Leah. I think she is a very cool character. I think she has a lot, but she's never my first choice, ever. Like, I have dated at least everybody once besides Leah and Elliot, but there's nothing wrong with her. She's just a difficult person to find out what her schedule is. So I feel like that's just automatically putting her into, like, a high second mid. Evelyn. I love Evelyn. Okay, she's such a sweetie. She gives you cookies in the mail. How could you not love that? She's gonna go in the I love you tier. She's definitely, I think she's higher than Kent, I think. I would do that. I agree with that. Next up, we have Abigail. Abigail eats rocks, and she's a crystal girl, and she has purple hair, which I stan. But she's never a character that I want to marry. She's always a character that I just want to be friends with. So that's why I'm always like, she's higher than our mom, she's higher than Harvey, but she's not higher than Grandpa. No way. Mayor Lewis. Now, Mayor Lewis, I don't understand the Mayor Lewis slander as much as I think Pierre is significantly worse than Mayor Lewis. So, like, if I'm gonna put Mayor Lewis in your mid part 2, then Pierre has to be in the Y tier, because that just makes sense. Next up, we have Emily. She gives you this baddie outfit right here. I hate the hat, but the outfit gives me happiness. I think her heart events are fun. You know, she wasn't written to be a marriage candidate, so her heart events are like everyone else's, where they're just like normal and not romantic, and then all of a sudden you're just like dating. So I think she's cool. I think Emily is definitely she's higher than Grandpa, higher than yeah, I mean, I think she's top of Please Let's Hang Out. I agree with that. Then we have Alex. Alex is like your basic jock. He is the most basic jock that I've ever met, but his heart events are so sweet. Like, he looks on the outside like this horrible man whore. He is more than that. He's better than that, but he's not that much better than that. So that's why he's going into your mid part 2. Linus, automatically, holy cow, I love you. I have a thing for people who are like irrelevant but relevant enough, because Linus, how could you not love Linus? He's the only one who doesn't judge you for digging in the trash. He just loves being outside. He doesn't care about the money. He's just chilling. He's chilling. Marnie having a thing with Mayor Lewis gives me a lot of laughter. Marnie's also never at work, literally ever. But I like that she takes care of Jazz, which, speaking of Jazz and Vincent, they're literally not even on this list, but just so you know, Jazz and Vincent would automatically be in the Y tier, both of them. So, there we go. But I feel like Marnie is, like, a high Y tier, you know, or maybe a low mid tier, you know what I mean? Like, she's good, but she's not great. Maru. I like Maru. I think I don't know how to say her name. Is it Maru? Something else, don't know. I think her character's cute, but she's also irrelevant to me. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these characters, like, She's definitely a low Y tier, maybe a high Y tier. She's definitely with her dad in this circumstance. I know Mr. QI, Mr. Key, whatever you want to call him, he does a lot, but I don't like characters who just sit around acting mysterious and edgy. That's why the bouncer's all the way down here. That's why Gunther's all the way down here. That's why no one likes Morris. I don't care. They just stay where they are. Pam, I love Pam. Pam is top your mid tier because she's not a good person. I hate what she does to Penny. Penny is actually the most recent person that I've married in one of my Let's Plays, so I have a lot in my heart for Penny, but also after I like finally married Penny, she's definitely like a low mid tier. Like she doesn't give as much as I was expecting. But Pam, she asks a lot when she wants $500,000 for a house, but like that's a lot. You need to chill. But I like that she drives you to the bus, but then again, she's like a raging alcoholic who doesn't even want to get better. So next up, we have Robin. I love Robin. She is definitely like a mid, please let's hang out tier. She builds me lots of things. It doesn't take that long for things to get built. Like, she's wonderful. Wonderful character. Sam is the definition of basic, you know, along with Alex. He doesn't give a lot. He was like the first guy that I ever married in Stardew when I first downloaded it. I like his storyline. His gifts are super easy to find. Like pizza is so easy to give to him. So he's definitely an easy character, but he's like a high Y tier, maybe a low mid. I don't know, high Y. His hair. You know what the problem is with a lot of these characters? Is like, what the freak is their hair? Sam and Sebastian, like, what the hell is that? But so speaking of Sebastian, I love Sebastian. He is honestly probably holy cow, I love you. Because he gives me so much emo-ness and I love it. And it's not even just because he's emo. I just like his character. I like his storyline. I like that he doesn't want to live in Pelican Town and he wants to move to the city. He has a motorcycle that he works on to like get out of town. You know, I think that's really cool. So, yeah. Next up, we have Clint. I hate the Clint slander. I think Clint is a baddie. Like, literally, I mean, he's creepy towards Emily a little bit, so it bumps him down a couple. But, you know, I feel like he's a low Y tier. He's not good. I'm not going to say he's good. But he's not in die, and I'd not be better off without him because who's gonna upgrade my freaking pickaxe? Shane. Shane is my all-time favorite character in all of Stardew Valley. I don't really care if people hate him or what people think. I think Shane has such a, like, the most well-written storyline in this entire game. He develops as a character. He goes from his deepest breaking point in this game, and then he develops into becoming a nicer uncle, a wonderful husband, a dad if you're gonna have kids. Like, he's so nice. He takes care of his chickens. He gives you blue chickens. Like, come on, what could you not love? Willie as well he is like a mid holy cow I love you tier. Kent is higher, but Willie, he's so cute. What could you not love? Like, literally, what could you not love? He gives me Linus energy. They low-key look the same. Like, Linus looks like what Willie would look like when he's old. Yeah. And then finally, we have the wizard. Now, I love the Caroline and Abigail wizard way marriage babies thing. I think that is wonderful. I just never talk to the wizard, literally ever. Like, I barely go to his tower. He's so out of the way, it's like not even funny. But, you know, he's mid. He's with Marnie. You know, I feel like him and Marnie give me the same type of energy. But yeah, I think that is my tier list. I think that's how I'm going to rank this Stardew Valley characters. I think this makes so much sense. I think everybody is where they should be. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys highly disagree with my list, because I can see how much people can complain about how horribly I made this list, because I know it's not that good, you know? But this is my opinion. Elliot deserves this category. Bye, everybody. Oh yeah, also, can you like, comment, and subscribe, because that would really mean a lot to me. Thanks.